You can get a job even if you don't believe in yourself yet. I've seen it happen hundreds of times. Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back to Rock to We Drop. You know, the basics haven't really changed for applying for jobs. I worked in employment mentoring 11 years ago, and here's the truth. The basics of getting a job haven't changed. People still want someone who shows up, someone who tries, and someone who's willing to learn. Your confidence matters, attitude matters, and sometimes you have to borrow belief from someone else. Fake it until you make it. The first part of the process is that the computer is the first gatekeeper. When you apply for a job today, the first person who sees your CV is a computer, probably AI. It scans for the exact words from the job description. So yes, it is a bit of a game. They tell you what they want, and your job is to show them what you've got using their language. But once you get past that computer, it's back to basics, attitude, effort, and showing up. When a job is advertised, the employer has a list of boxes that they want ticked. Your job is simple. Just tick the boxes. And if you're unemployed, don't overthink it. Just get any job in the meantime. It's always easier to get a job when you already have one. It keeps the money coming in while you work towards the job you want. And a future employer can see that you're already very employable. The next part, your CV. Make it match the job. Create a CV that matches the job description. Show your transferable skills. Gaming, volunteering, raising kids, caring for someone, running a household. These are real skills. Tailor each CV and cover letter. Even small tweaks can make a difference. One of my favourite moments was watching people see themselves differently. Once I've made them a CV, and they'll look at it and say, is this me? A good CV doesn't get you a job. It shows you your own worth. The cover letter, that's what needs to stand out. Start it with, this job would be perfect for me because. Then literally tick their boxes. Show them you've read the job description. Show them that you understand what they need. And after researching the company, tell them why you would want to work for them specifically, not just to get paid. The secret trick is the next section that nobody tells you. Apply online like everyone else, and then print your CV and deliver it in person. Walk into the business where you've applied for the job and ask for the hiring manager. And just say, I wanted to give this to you personally so you can put a face to the name. Nobody does this. You will stand out. And this is my story. I once applied for a night manager job at a hotel. I printed off my CV, wrote a decent cover letter, and handed it in to the receptionist. She went out the back and said she was going to get the manager. And then she came back in with her husband, the manager. They were the owners. I didn't know that. They offered me the job on the spot. You never know who the gatekeeper is, so be respectful to everyone. The next part, the interview. If you get an interview, research the company. People love to be flattered by you taking an interest in them and what they are passionate about in the role that you're looking at. Ask questions like, what does an average day in this job look like? Shows you're thinking about the role, not just the money. I will do a separate video soon on the interview and my thoughts on how to create a great first impression. After you get an interview, send a thank you email to them on how much you enjoyed meeting them, how it's made you realize how much you would love to work for their company. Again, nobody does this. You will stand out, and that's what you need to do. You need to stand out from the crowd. Another interesting thought: rejection doesn't mean a no. I've been rejected twice for jobs that I later got. The first time I said, I'd love to work for your company in any capacity. Please keep me in mind, when they gave me the phone call to say I'd missed out. 2 months later, they called me and they said, you didn't get the job because you were the most experienced, which I wasn't. You got the job because we can't change a bad attitude, but we can always upskill you. So they must have liked my attitude. The second time was the employment mentor job, my dream job, the job that changed my life. I missed out. I was absolutely gutted. But when they rang to say I missed out, I said the same thing. That was on a Friday. On Monday, they called me back. The successful applicant had changed their mind. So remember, not getting the job doesn't mean you won't get the job. Sometimes it's just not your turn yet. You know, life is easier when you're humble and you can get along with people. Skills can be taught, attitude can't. And you think of those awesome workplaces where everyone gets on, even though it's not the perfect job. Those are the jobs that we love. So just keep walking through your life with your eyes open. Your work opportunity might already be growing. You just haven't seen the fruit yet. And while you're waiting to get the job you would love to do your research, find out information about the company, talk to people about the work, volunteer if you can, do whatever you can to bring that job to you. Because I'm a great believer in the universe. If your brain focuses on what you really want, if you really want this job or in this line of work, the opportunities will come, but you have to be clear in your thinking. Once you're clear in your thinking, the universe will bring you what you need. So look for the job and bring it to you, but it might take a long time to get there. It might mean upskilling, might mean volunteering, whatever it takes. Your opportunity is coming. Just keep walking towards it. I hope I've given you a little bit of inspiration today. As you can tell, this is my real passion, to encourage and mentor people into work, because work gives us self-worth. It gives us so much. So I'll leave you with that today and see you next time. Ciao for now.